your comm strategy, notably during times of a lot of complex change and volatility, is just about communicating timelines and approval chains, you are missing its superpower. The right communication strategy doesn't just inform people. If done well, it can inspire them. It can help them feel safe and seen and ready to keep going, to keep showing up for you, even when times are tough. So in this video, I'm breaking down the key elements of a powerful communication strategy that's going to help you nurture emotional momentum and build morale across your team. Let's dive in. So first, let's just hit on morale and what it is and why it's so important in the workplace. It's really about your team, your employees, your partners feeling informed and included. There have been studies that shown that morale is directly tied to a sense of clarity, a feeling of purpose, and feeling seen and heard. And I'm here to tell you it's communication that helped those things come to life. So now let's dive into 3 elements of your communication strategy that really helps nurture and build that morale. The first element is transparency as a policy, not a personality. A really strong comm strategy will bake in transparency as part of the system, not just a nice to have when the leader feels like it's needed or when they want to. This is about building rhythms in your day-to-day, in your week-to-week, your weekly updates, your monthly Q&A sessions, the messages that you send out to your team on a regular basis. It's a frequency that happens. When people know what's coming, they trust the process a bit more and ultimately trust you and the leadership a lot more. And this showed up big time in our research that we do around the world at Change Enthusiasm Global. It's research that we conduct at the intersection of a lot of change and the emotion that inspires. We discovered that the number one most commonly experienced emotion when going through a lot of change and growth and volatility, which we're all experiencing nowadays, the number one is anxiety. When there's more questions than answers, anxiety runs rampant. But when you have a frequent communication process, that helps employees navigate those more difficult emotions like anxiety. And that showed up in our research. And it's not necessarily sharing new information every time, but you just create a rhythm, a drumbeat, where employees can expect and anticipate, I'm gonna get a weekly update every Tuesday. Or every Friday, I'm gonna get an update from my manager about how the business is going. Every quarter, I know I'm going to get that quarterly report, right? It's having that drumbeat so they know what to expect. And I will tell you, as you're leading a lot of change and a lot of complexity, meaning you've got 15 different change initiatives layered on top of each other, this becomes critical to keep people engaged, informed, and keep your morale strong. The second element is emotionally intelligent framing of your communication. Great communication and the strategy behind it is not just about what is said. It's also about how you say it. So acknowledge when you're about to say something that will likely inspire really difficult emotions. Supplementing messages with, this might be really tough news to hear, or we're going through really challenging times, and I'm sure that it's inspiring a lot of difficult emotions within all of you. The toughest messages to convey, you should acknowledge the gravity of it. You should acknowledge that it's going to be challenging. Don't gloss over it. Don't sugarcoat it. Be very upfront, clear, and honest with your people. And again, have that emotional transparency. Every message should contain the what, which is the facts, should contain the why, the feelings, so that emotional acknowledgement, and the forward. So that means what's next? What are our next steps? What do I envision moving forward? Real quick, I want to say communication is such an important skill. It's one that is critical when going through a lot of change, and it's something that we bring to the surface in our work with enterprises all over the world. And so I just want to mention, I do a lot of content, a lot of videos on communication. In fact, this video that we're linking here, I talk more about this skill, specifically for those individuals, maybe just like yourself, that struggle influencing up an organization, influencing your manager or even their manager. So be sure to check out that video as well to help you in that fashion. The third element is the fact that two-way channels create belonging. As you think about your comm strategy, it's not just about being this broadcast channel. It's not just about dispersing information out to your people, out to your team, out to your peers. It's also about listening and ensuring there's an avenue for your people to feed information back to you. This also came up in our research, notably in the US. We were looking to understand what are the best tools and strategies to help employees navigate difficult emotions that they're sure to experience when going through a lot of change. Of course, the number one strategy was a strong communication, but the second most powerful was having avenues established for them to feed back. What's working, what's not working, what questions they have. It's so important that you create this two-way street, okay? Your communication should not just be a one-lane highway. You need to have both pathways. And this is also an incredible way for you to understand, how am I ensuring that the intention that I have from my messaging, the intention we have in this strategy, is actually meeting its impact, right? You might think that you're communicating on a really frequent basis and monthly works great, but if you listen to the feedback, maybe your people honestly want that every other week. So you might need to change your pattern, change your frequency. It's critical. Keep it a two-way street. Now the freebie, the best part, my favorite part. Click the link below and you're gonna get a free chapter of my best-selling book, Change Enthusiasm: How to Harness the Power of Emotion for Leadership and Success. This is an introduction. It's going to help you understand what this growth mindset is to help you moving forward in this age of AI. Now, before you click my next video, before you see this face again, I want you to keep communicating strong, passionately, aligning your intention with your impact. I want you to keep learning, keep growing, and ultimately, keep rocking.